I'm Ken, and this is the review for The Marvels. This video is brought to you by our sponsors, Fix It Rich, a handyman that helps. Specializes in wall mounting, flat packing, home repairs, and many more. And what you can see here are my collectibles, which he's going to create a wall of glory for. You'll be able to follow the journey of my wall being built, and you can have the same with a 20% discount code using KenKenReviews. Now back to the review.
The Milky Way.
Nick Fury, my favorite one-eyed man of intrigue.
How goes it out there?
Cold, no air, space.
Captain Marvel, the Annihilator. You took everything from me. And now I'm returning the favor.
What is happening to me? She's entangled our light-based powers, so we switch places whenever we use them.
Strong theory.
You can absorb light. I can see it. And Kamala...
Who's Kamala?
Hi. She can turn light into physical matter, which I have never heard of.
I could totally show you.
No!
She's targeting every planet we call home. I would never choose to bring anybody into this.
You are not the only thing standing.
The film picks up exactly where it left off with the collapse of the Supreme Intelligence. This leads to a civil war between the Kree in their homeland, Hala. The conflict renders the planet barren as it loses air, water, and sunlight. Dar-Ben, the now leader of the Kree, sets out to restore the resources of the planet. Carol Danvers gets her powers entangled with those of Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau, forcing them to work together to save the universe. Brie Larson returns as Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, aka the Annihilator. We get a lot more personality this time around from Brie. Previously we got this bland, dull, boring, super galactic heroine stuff, but this time around she's a lot more witty, emotional, and even does well to contribute to the heart of the film. She's been patient. She's taken a lot of backlash from Marvel fans, but she's earned her way and she's worked her way up to give us a more fleshed out character, even though still not the best. But you can see the progression. So for me, she can stick around. Teyonah Parris plays Photon, Pulsar, Spectrum, but only known as Monica Rambeau in this film. She's the brains of the trio, and she does it well with a twist of comedy, which comes across well. What impressed me most were her fight scenes, as she looked the part convincingly. Iman Vellani reprises her role as Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel, and she's the warmth of the movie. With her continuous quips of fandom, she provides a lot of laugh out loud moments through the whole film. She's cute, but she delivers a lot when it comes to the combat side of things. She really embraced the choreography and clearly has a bright and long future at Marvel. Uncle Sam is back as the Spy King Nick Fury, and as expected, gives us a stellar performance, although he does take a side seat this time round compared to his role in the latest Secret Invasion. You can just see Samuel Jackson's just having fun with it all, as in this movie he takes a big role as one of the comedic sources for all the fun and laughter. Zora Ashton plays Dar-Ben, and she's basically taking over the bland, dull supervillain this time round. She's not a villain that will be remembered in the history books of performance, unfortunately. She didn't bring much to the table, and there weren't any lasting impressions apart from her fighting choreography, which was great. Outside of that, she's not a memorable character, and she's one that will be forgotten 2 movies later, easily. It's a small but effective cast, and a special mention to Zenobia Shroff as Muniba Khan, mother to Kamala Khan. In fact, the whole family were really good in adding to the atmosphere of the film. Marvel have been mediocre when it comes to production in their last few outings, but they ramp it up in the right direction in this film. One piece I want to highlight here is the planet known as Aladna. What they did here was create a unique, diverse Disneyland full of vibrancy and bright colours, in which the natives only communicated via song. So you can imagine that makes for some real comedic content. It was so random and out of place, but at the same time it felt so right. I'm always a fan of studio trying new and odd things, so I really loved everything about this section and hope to see more of it. CGI is top notch with the action scenes looking clean, even with this new character swapping mechanic. It's well executed. The action in the whole movie, from the spaceship fights to the hand-to-hand combat, is splendid. I like this more than I expected. Based on the previous outing for Captain Marvel, I went in with very low expectations, but came out satisfied and even, I could say, excited for the future. The fusion of the cultures is something I really loved, looking like the United Nations version of TLC. We had Miss White, Miss Black, and Miss Brown. It was a nice blend. You had Rambo making references to Black Girl Magic and had Kamala Khan reciting words like Bismillah just as she's doing one of her attacks, which gave it all a nice little grounded touch. The triple threat combat scenes were really well done. The way the word entanglement is thrown around in this film, I was just waiting. Because I thought, she who remains might pop up at some point, but she didn't. There's loads of themes here explored, mainly around sisterhood, loneliness, family, and redemption. It all fits in very well. All in all, it's a fun ride. It won't be labelled a classic or one for the history books, but it's a filler to get us to that expected destination. See what I did there? We always love to see little Kitty Goose, so as long as there's more of him or her, I'm in. It's a good watch and I recommend it. Stop right there. You're in the spoiler zone. If you're this far and don't want any spoilers, this is the part where you like, comment, and subscribe with notifications on, save it for later, and then come back. Because you don't want to go beyond this zone if you don't want spoilers. Now, back to the review. Finally, an actual look at the X-Men. Not hints, not clues, actual characters with dialogue. We get to meet Binary, who's like the evolved version of Captain Marvel. Her suit's accurate and she looks good. We also get to meet Beast. Now, how do I feel about a full-fledged CGI character instead of a practical hairy suit? I don't know. Either way, he's still voiced by Kelsey Grammer, and that I'm happy with. Looking forward to the future and hope to see more. Who was your favorite Marvel? Madam White, Madam Black, Madam Brown? Are you excited for the future of the Marvels? Future of the MCU? Like, share, and drop a comment of what you thought, and let's get to discussing. It's November, and you know what that means? It's competition time. And this month, thanks to our friends at Warner Brothers, we are giving away Blu-ray copy of Blue Beetle. In order to be in a chance to win, all you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe. On all the videos that come out in November, you can enter as many times as you want. What we do is we collate all the comments and see which one's the best one, funniest one, wittiest one that's just, I don't know, just stands out, and then you could be in a chance to win. Like I said, comment on as many videos in the month of November that are released, whether they're reviews, spoiler casts, whatever it may be, and you could be in a chance to win. Blue Beetle. I can't say it in Spanish, but yeah, Blue Beetle. Competition time.